Hey Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now. We're going to jump into an Eagles news and rumor video. Plenty of really good insight coming up here in the next couple of minutes. First, though, it is going to be a mailbag weekend, so we're going to be doing a mailbag video in the next couple of days, meaning you're going to get your mailbag question asked and then hopefully answered by yours truly. Go down below, use the hashtag Eagles, ask any Eagle-related question you want, and if you're a subscriber, there's a good chance you're going to get pulled, although we do get like 100 mailbag questions a week. I only can pull 6 or 7, so it's got to be a good one, so make it good. Go down below and ask right now. All right, let's jump into the latest Eagle news and rumors. We have some good, hard, actual news to talk about. We talked about trade rumors the past couple of days, and so those are always, might happen, might not happen, but there's still obviously rumors. We have to talk about them. But today, we have cold, hard facts that are good news, I think, for you, the Eagle fan. Let's start with Miles Sanders' workload increasing. Yes, this is not me saying that it needs to happen, because obviously I've been saying that for weeks, and it hasn't happened. It is the Eagles' offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, who has said it is going to actually start to happen. In a press conference quote we'll show you in just a couple of minutes, saying essentially they need to go ahead and get him the football. Miles Sanders, which is just crazy to even consider, 6 weeks into the season, has not had more than 15 carries in a game yet this year. Like, just think about that for a second. 15 carries in a game, the number one running back on the team, it's not happened at all. Actually, what's crazier than that is that Jalen Hurts has accounted for 85.7% of the Eagles' yards so far. And he's a quarterback. He should obviously have the most yards of anyone on the football team, but 85.7% is absolutely unbelievable to ask of a young quarterback, and obviously why Hurts has been a little bit up and down so far this season. However, according to Eagles offensive coordinator, that is all going to change based on 2 sentences. We'll throw them up on your screen right now. Quote, Miles Sanders is a heck of a back. We've got to get him going, end quote. Boom, confirmed. Done. Right now. Doesn't necessarily confirm, guarantee that they're going to go ahead and give him more touches, but I think it at least shows that they are competent and aware of the fact that Miles Sanders not getting touches is a problem right now in Philadelphia. And it's so much of a problem that if you look back at the last couple of games, look at Sanders' carries in the first half of the past 4 games. The Bucs, he had 1 carry in the first half. One carry. Think about that. Like, use your football fan mind, whether you're a football genius or not, and just consider that for a second. 1 carry. Against the Panthers, 3 in the first half. Miles Sanders had 3 carries in the first half. Chiefs, against the horrible Chiefs defense, 5. Like, 5 carries. Wow, we're really trying to get bold here. Dallas, 2. Like, it is absolutely insane that they're not using Miles Sanders, although I do think that maybe, just maybe, whenever we go to Las Vegas on Sunday, you could see the first big breakout game for Miles Sanders based on, again, some comments from both both head coach Nick Sirianni and now the offensive coordinator as well. Before I get into how many carries Sanders really should have per game, give me your thoughts down below at the pinned comment. How many carries should Sanders get a game? Are you at 15 a game? Are you at 20 a game? Are you at more than 20? Give me your thoughts down below right now in the pinned comment. In my opinion, I think it's very simple. Like, Sanders needs 15-plus carries a game. I think he is good enough, and really, honestly, an elite running back, if he actually was being utilized properly, to be a 15-plus carry a guy. In a perfect world, 20 carries would be ideal. It means Philadelphia's running the football not only successfully, but often, and keeping the defense honest, and I think that would create a lot of passing lane openings as well in the play action and the read option ability, or the RPO ability, that Jalen Hurts obviously has and comes over from a place like Oklahoma. 15-plus carries should be like the minimum a game. I don't think he should ever dip below 15-plus carries unless you are immediately down 28-0 at the end of the first quarter, which the Eagles have not had that happen so far this year. So hopefully things are about to change, but so far, the fact that Miles Sanders is getting less than 15 carries a game, 0 rushing touchdowns, it's just hard to see, it's hard to swallow, and hopefully things are, again, going to change coming up here against the Raiders. But I think they will, and that's the good news, the first of good news to go ahead and start. Next, we jump into Jay Glazer's comments from Fox Sports a couple of days ago on Nick Sirianni. So Nick Sirianni, of course, has had, an interesting first 6 weeks. Yeah, he had a really good offseason, and then he had a really good preseason, and now it's kind of like, ooh, do we like Nick Sirianni or do we not? It's very much a controversial topic right now happening in Philadelphia. Many fans are upset, and I think a lot of people consider him to be on a hot seat, and yet Fox Sports' Jay Glazer has a very interesting quote talking about how Nick Sirianni's seat is not even close to being hot. Like, this was a very good, I think, NFL insider-sourced quote talking about how don't even get close to the idea that Sirianni's seat is quote-unquote hot in any way. So it sounds like Sirianni's going to stay in Philadelphia for at least another year after this. Things can change. We're only 6 weeks into the season, but I think I like this quote because I am still on Team Sirianni despite the flaws, which we've talked about and will continue here in just a second. First, for sure, the Jay Glazer quote, if you guys think the Eagles are going to make any sort of crazy trades, or if they're just going to do anything crazy in the next couple of days and weeks, we'll cover it here. Like, if they make a mind-blowing trade, and I did a trade deadline video yesterday, which a lot of you guys are watching right now. If they trade for Odell Beckham Jr., we'll cover it here on the channel. So make sure you guys go down below and are subscribed to Philadelphia Eagles now. We just hit 21,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for doing that. Let's keep it going. Why not 22,000? Let's keep rising here on the channel. Go down below and subscribe. Okay, so here was Jay Glazer when pressed on Fox Sports asking about firing Nick Sirianni. Quote, no, not at all. Listen, he's a first-year head coach there, and I know Philadelphia is tough, but he's not on the hot seat this early on. But that's what happens in Philly, right? You just want to say, oh my gosh, we're losing. But no, they're not going to fire him after year one, end quote. I think Jay Glazer is a pretty darn good, I think, NFL insider. He gets a lot of things right. He's very well connected. I think that's a pretty darn good endorsement of one Nick Sirianni. And I also think we have to look back at history. Like, how many rookie head coaches have been uber successful their first year on bad football teams? Like Matt LaFleur went to the Packers and was instantly successful because the Packers were a very good football team and had Aaron Rodgers. Look at the rest of these young rookie head coaches the past couple of years, though. Cliff Kingsbury, who has the best team in football right now, according to records, was 5-10-1, and it was very much on the hot seat, according to fans, after 1 year ago. Oh, he's in over his head. Oh my gosh, the play calling makes no sense. Oh, can he get Kyler Murray to be great? I mean, what they've done in Arizona should be the blueprint in Philadelphia right now. I'm just saying. Now, Sean McVay, he inherited a pretty darn good football team, but is a very good head coach and got them to 11-5. And maybe McVay obviously is one of the outliers, been to a Super Bowl, and so he was very successful his rookie year. How about Doug Peterson? Very similar to what Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts went through. Doug Peterson, a rookie quarterback in Carson Wentz, a very iffy roster, some veterans on there, but also not that great defensively. Like it was an okay roster, right? They went 7-9, and then how about Kyle Shanahan? Considered an offensive genius, despite the fact he's been losing the past couple of weeks here, but he was 6-10 his rookie year, and then eventually went ahead and coached in a Super Bowl. Here's my thought process right now, 6 weeks in, on Nick Sirianni. We need to exercise healthy patience. Healthy patience is key with Sirianni. Now, I say healthy patience because we can't just be blindly patient. Right? We can't just turn a blind eye to something like, for instance, the running game, right? He has been wrong with not utilizing the run, and he needs to be called out for that, and it needs to be fixed. However, I also think he has done a very darn good job of uniting the team, leading the team, and there are some play calls, and I think a lot of drives that we do look back on and say, oh, that actually was a very good game plan, or that where he was successful. We need to be patient, but also have a healthy patience and make sure that we're not, accepting bad behavior. And it sounds like we're, talking about, training a dog, but we're not. It's like being a head coach and being a fan, but like, not running the football is the problem, but everything else he's done, I think the development of Jalen Hurts has been very much a part of his overall progress, especially Devontae Smith early on here as well, because Sirianni was a former wide receiver. I am still a supporter of Nick Sirianni, and I agree with Jay Glazer. I doubt he will be fired after this year, unless Philadelphia goes on a massive losing streak, which we'll talk about in a second, is not very likely based on their schedule. Drop a like if you guys agree. Like, if you support Nick Sirianni, you still are kind of on the Team Nick train, give this video a thumbs up. Try and get 100 likes here. The bosses didn't think 100 of you guys would like Nick Sirianni enough to like the video. So if you do, go down below and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, quickly, I want to give you my bets of the week here because I'm going to make you some more money. If you want to go ahead and sign up with our friends at BetUS, you're going to get a deposit bonus courtesy of moi as well. Go to chatsports.com/EaglesBet. It is the betting system that I use as well every single week. I've won money on this every single week. I've done a good job. Use the promo code EAGLES125 to go ahead and get a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. So use our link, use our discount code, and get that big-time deposit bonus. Let's get into my picks of the week as I am 18-10-2. Panthers -3 at the Giants. Carolina is they're an interesting football team. They're very mediocre, but I think that they still have a lot of talent, and I like Matt Rule, and only -3 at the Giants. I think the Panthers win by at least more than 3. Give me them over the absolute nightmare Giants, who will probably fire Joe Judge here pretty darn soon. Washington is +10. They're 10-point underdogs against the Packers. I'm not saying the Packers are going to lose. The Packers are going to win, but I like Washington +10 to at least cover in this game. I really like betting on the football team this week. Falcons -2.5 at the Dolphins. We won money on the Falcons a couple of weeks ago when they beat the Jets. I think they're going to go ahead and go into Miami and roll. Brian Flores is very much in trouble. Tua is not that great. Give me Atlanta. How about betting on Philadelphia? I like to do it. I'm going to do it here. +3 at the Raiders. I think the Eagles win this game because, of course, I do. I'm an Eagle fan. I'm going to talk about the Eagles every day, but I'm going to put money on it, so here's one of the bets. And then Bengals. This one's tough, but I needed 5. Bengals +6 at the Ravens. I keep betting against the Ravens and losing. I bet the Chargers last week. That was my one loss. I'm going to go with Joey Burrow in this one. I like what the Bengals are doing. A chance to take the lead in the division, the AFC North. Give me the Bengals over there in that game as well. Get your betting on, though. I don't bet anything crazy. I like $10 a game, and still you win $50 a week, and hey, not a bad week. Covers groceries. Okay, let's get into quickly our final story of the day. has to do with the easiest schedule remaining. So the ESPN's FPI, which of course the Football Power Index, rated the easiest schedules remaining for every single NFL team, and guess who had the easiest? Philadelphia, right? So let's go through them here really quickly just to remind you that, yes, indeed, Philadelphia's remaining, 11 games are pretty darn simple, right? At least they should be. So of course this week at the Raiders, it's not a cupcake game. We respect the Raiders, but they've also had some turmoil in the past couple of weeks. I don't think that they are a division winning playoff caliber team. I think they're probably a wild card team in the AFC, but a good test for Philadelphia. Lions, that should be a win. Chargers is probably the remaining actually really good football team left on the schedule, except for the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be a home game though, and so maybe you get to Herbert as we saw the Ravens do just this last week. At Denver was once thought to be a scary game when they were 3-0. They're now 3-3. They play the Browns on the road tomorrow, Thursday night. If they lose that one, then I think the Broncos are going to be a pretty easy game. Then you go into the next group of four. Saints are very mediocre. Giants are trash. Jets are trash. Then a nice simple bye week. We love a good bye week. It comes at the right time. And then the final remaining schedule, which is kind of hit or miss, right? They're divisional games, but they're not against good football teams. Washington's not very good. The Giants not very good. Washington, again, not very good. Dallas is the tough one, but Dallas probably has the division locked up by the 9th of January, and so you could see your starters, or at least our starters, play their backups. You get a win, you get to 9 or 10 wins, and then boom, you're in at the wild card. So it is an easy schedule. We have to at least acknowledge that, and ESPN backs it up as well. What's your updated record prediction for Philadelphia? I said 10 wins at the beginning of the year. Still possible, although a little less likely. I was texting with a buddy of mine, Josh, who we're kind of saying 8-9 is kind of what we're feeling right now. But, you got to start getting some wins here. If they can beat the Raiders, I'm going to feel a lot better about Philadelphia's chances after this week. Give me your updated score prediction here in the comment section down below. I do want to quickly mention Zach Ertz because he did take out a full-page thank you letter, essentially, in the Philadelphia Inquirer this past week, talking about, his love for Philadelphia and going there a boy and leaving a man. It really just shows how much Zach Ertz loved Philadelphia, and I just want to quickly acknowledge the fact that even though we gave him, his goodbye farewell on this channel because we talked about him in the trade and stuff like that, we really don't understand how great he was, or I don't think we appreciate it. Best tight end in my lifetime. One of the best, most consistent Eagles in my lifetime, too. I mean, consistently a top 3 player at his position. And the fact that he takes out a full-page article in the Inquirer, tells people to donate to one of his charities that he's been supportive of in Philadelphia. The Cardinals are getting a great player. I'm rooting for the Cardinals and him to have a great season. I also have him on my fantasy team, and so now he's like a guaranteed starter with Kyler Murray throwing him the football. So good news all around, right? Final thing we'll do here to get 100 likes, because I'm trying to do that. Like the video to thank Ertz for all the memories. They were fantastic. Of course, we wouldn't have been a Super Bowl without him. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm sure eventually he will retire an Eagle, much like LaShawn McCoy did. But give this video a thumbs up to thank Ertz for all the memories. All right, ultimate for today on our Philadelphia Eagles Now news and rumor video, mailbag video coming up the next couple of days, as well as our preview for the Raiders scheduled for tomorrow. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Ultimate for today, again, on Philadelphia Eagles Now, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.